Enséñalo. Pareces paparazzi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. So yeah, I was gonna wait to get home to open it, but I'm currently in the parking lot of a store. See, my mother needed to buy some things, so I'm just like waiting for her, and I don't want to wait till I'm home to open it because like it is a delicate package and I need to make sure everything's okay in case I need to contact the seller. Let's open it. Oh, and my hand, yeah, I have this in my finger. I think I have a knife here somewhere. Y'all think this will open it? Nah. Oh my gosh. I have some weird things in my purse. So this is like a thorn from this plant and I thought it was super cool. So I still have it in my purse. Okay, I'm just gonna use my thorn. People are just walking by, staring at me, talking to a camera and opening a box in the middle of the parking lot. And it's kind of funny. Oh look, my mother's back. So here it is. It's packaged really weird, honestly. What? Oh my gosh. Oh! Da, 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 da. So this is them. The seller actually did a really good job packaging them, making sure they arrive safely, and it looks really pro. Like, look at this. So this is the date that they were laid in. It has the amount of humidity, the percentage of the humidity that he was keeping them in and that they should be kept in. This one was laid on November 19th, 2020, so last year. So this one actually should be hatching like really soon. And then this one was laid recently in February 10th of 2021. They arrived great. So I'm gonna show you guys one of them so that I don't disturb the other one before getting home. So this is what it looks like. It's really weird. There's a branch and then the eggs are like hanging, but they're attached to the branch, and they have to be kept high because when the babies are born, like they hatch down and then they hang and then they make it to the floor. So the eggs have to be kept at a height. Gonna go home now, set them up, and I'll be right back with more info on them. And there is air holes in the box. I know everybody always asks about that when you ship things like this. There was air circulation, so yeah. Hi, good morning. Last night when we got home, I actually noticed that this dude, like his face is swollen, like half of it. So I'm on my way right now to the vet so they can check him out. We are out, and it turns out he has an infection. They gave him a shot to help with the swelling, and they sent him home with antibiotic and more anti-inflammatory meds. He has a checkup in 5 days. Now I'm about to go get this refilled. So it's like cat litter, and if you buy the container, you can actually go get it refilled. That way you don't have to keep buying containers. So I'm about to go do that. That's good for the planet. So I started editing the video and then I'm like,
Steff, not everyone knows like what mantises are.
like if you're watching this and you don't know anything about them, like you're probably really confused right now watching this video and you probably don't understand what's going on. So I should probably explain a little bit of what is happening. Let's do it. So there's a lot and I mean a lot, of different species of mantis in the world.
Around 1,800 different species to be exact.
So mantids are insects that are strong but non-venomous. A lot of people think they're venomous because their appearance is kind of, you know, like intimidating. They just go like They're actually predators. They eat smaller insects. They are even considered cannibalistic. They actually eat other mantids. So these are mantis eggs. Well, they're not eggs, like it's not one individual egg. It's like a cluster of eggs, you know, like an egg sac. It's an egg sac. Some people call them egg sacs, but they're actually called oothecas, or ooths for short, or some people even call them ooth cases. Like, there's a lot of synonyms for these. Take two. Take three. What species are they? Stagmomantis limbata. And yes, I'm gonna get real fancy on y'all and use a scientific name, you know, because it's universal. There's a lot of like common names that these are referred to, but scientific names are universal. So I try and use those as much as possible, you know, when I learn them. My eyebrows need to be like more bam. They're not dark enough. Like the rest of the makeup is really dark. So yeah, okay. So I decided to go with these because I actually really like the green color and also the adult size. I've had ghost mantis in the past and those were really fun and awesome, but like they are more medium size as far as like mantids go. These do get a little bit bigger, so that's gonna be fun. So what had happened was, and I actually mentioned a couple of months ago, I think in a past video, that I was preparing for bringing home some new mantids. Basically all this time I've just been assuring a constant food supply for them when I have them. So I've been setting up like fruit fly cultures, and I actually brought home new feeders, different species of feeders that I haven't shown in this channel before. So now that I have the constant food supply, that's why I was online looking for mantids, because you know I was ready to bring some home. I was looking through a lot of ads. There's not a ton of them available right now. I think it's because, you know, we're still in winter, but I did come across an ad from someone selling the ooths. So I saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh.
How awesome would it be to watch them hatch? Like, oh my gosh, I need it.
So I bought them. Baby mantids are actually called nymphs. So I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually really common to find ooth cases for sale on the internet. And that's because people who have nurseries or do agriculture for a living, or just people with really big gardens, they look to buy ooth cases so that they can release the babies when they hatch in their plants to help control pests. Pests. That's a weird word. I never thought about that. Pests. Pesticides. Okay. But doing that has actually started to show negative impacts on the ecosystem. The problem with that is that people are buying like Chinese mantis ooth cases and they're releasing them in North America. You know, like they're not from here. Like if you want to release mantids into your plants, like you need to buy ooth cases that belong to the species of mantids in your area. Hope that made sense. So when females lay eggs, it looks a little bit like this. So this reminds me a little bit of like Great Stuff. You know, it's like that canned insulation foam thing that you can buy at like hardware stores. Ooth cases are like the natural version of this. See, females, when they're producing the egg cases, the ooths, that's a weird word too. Ooths. Ooths. Isn't that like a place? No, that's, yeah, like in Adventure Time. King of Ooth. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is just all over the place right now. Sorry. So this stuff that the female is producing is like a exterior layer. So the eggs are in the center, and then this exterior foam protects the eggs. And right when the female is producing the foam, it's like soft. And then when she's done and a few hours go by, it actually dries out and hardens. Just like this stuff. So this exterior layer actually protects the developing larvae from extreme climate changes. Like you can actually ship these and nothing happens, and you can incubate them at a variety of different temperatures and humidity levels, and like they will hatch. So for those of you wondering, I have the ooths. Now what? Generally, after about 2 to 3 months of incubation at approximately between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, while keeping the humidity at around 60 to 70%, the nymphs will hatch. Well, actually, that only applies if the ooth cases belong to a tropical species of mantis. There's some mantid species that in order for the nymphs to hatch, they have to go through diapause.
What is diapause? Diapause is a period of dormancy or delay in development in response to unfavorable environmental conditions.
I mean, basically what it means is that larvae, while they are developing inside of the ooth case, they go through like a cooling down period where they stop developing, usually in winter, and then they resume again in spring when temperatures warm up again. And that usually only applies to species of mantids that do go through all 4 seasons in nature. And it can be a little bit tricky to hatch out ooth cases that belong to these species of mantids because breeders in captivity have to like put the cases in the fridge for a few weeks to trick the developing larvae inside into thinking, oh, it's winter, we have to like slow down, stop developing, otherwise they won't hatch. But lucky for me, this is not that. Like I said earlier, my ooth cases that I bought actually belong to a tropical species of mantis. So basically, as long as I keep it warm enough and humid enough, they will hatch. So I have this thermometer right next to where I'm keeping the ooth cases. So a few days ago, the temperature was at 77.7 degrees. The humidity, it says right there 51%, but that's actually the humidity in the room. Obviously, the humidity inside of the cup is a lot higher than that. And actually earlier, I checked again because I'm checking every day, all day. Like I'm just like looking for little babies, like, oh my gosh, are they here yet? So this is from earlier. The temperature says 82.2 degrees, which is a little bit warmer, but like it's fine. It's not like hot. And the humidity is only 44%, which is less, but that's because I'm actually running some dehumidifiers because I hate humidity. Like I just hate it. It makes it hard for me to breathe. My hair just, I don't like it. So I do run dehumidifiers pretty regularly, but there's still condensation in the cups. And obviously the humidity level inside of the cups is not that one. It's a lot higher. So it should be fine. We should have babies soon. Well, actually, I don't know. Like I'm kind of having some doubts because that day when I got the egg cases, I did get home and obviously I got a better look at them. And see, ooth cases have this like zipper pattern. That is where the babies come out of. I thought this was just one really long case, but it looks like it's actually 2 and 1 is empty already. Like there's no babies inside because that zipper pattern, like the little holes are open, which means any babies that were in there already hatched. So I don't know, I do feel a little bit like the seller maybe wasn't as honest with me. So I'm hoping that that one is fertile and that there's still babies developing inside. I'm just gonna keep incubating and see what happens. I'm gonna have faith, right? And I will keep you guys updated on this. This is not goodbye. This is to be continued.